When I was in second grade, I had this favorite babysitter, and we made this bracelet together. It was made of string, and it was my favorite. I had it for a couple of years. In second grade, there was this boy who all the girls were whispering about that liked me. And I didn't really care. I mean, I was a second grader. I was more concerned about my silly bands and Beyblades. But one day at recess, he grabbed my bracelet that was around my wrist. There was a little bit of room in between my bracelet and my wrist, and he started twisting it until it cut off all of the circulation in my hand. And I was like yelling, "Stop it, stop it." And all the boys were laughing, and he just kept twisting and kept pulling, and he like got me in like this kind of locked position. He was older. I think he was in like 4th or 5th grade. And until the bracelet snapped in half and he threw it in the mulch. He pushed me down the ground, laughed, went off, and I told my teacher, and she said, "Oh, he probably likes you. That's how boys show affection, is by teasing you." And I went home and I told my parents, and they said, "Oh, isn't that the boy who likes you?" And they're like, that's how boys show they like you. And that was how early I learned to associate violence with attraction. And that's something that porn teaches, indoctrinates us with, that abuse and violence is intertwined with love and attraction. And I thought that was normal, that if a boy likes you, he teases you, he messes with you, he shoves you around, and if he really likes you and if you're really lucky enough, he might even want to take you to his bedroom and tie you up and smack you and choke you and do all of these things. And if you're not okay with that, then that means that you aren't okay with their form of showing love. I was told when I express concern over some of these things that you have to sacrifice in a relationship. You give and you take. He bought me Chick-fil-A, so I had to let him do certain things, and that was the give and take of relationships, the equal sacrifice. And that's something that pornography is just indoctrinating us with, that violence and love are intertwined. And we are telling our kids that since elementary school. Oh, he likes you. He pushes you around because he likes you. He has a crush on you. And that's a totally normal behavior. And I really believe that pornography is creating that and spreading that through our culture. And I think the thing that hurts me the most, and someone else said this as well, is the fact that I learned over time to be okay with it. That I would go home after certain encounters, after being shoved against a wall, and think, "Oh, he likes me. How sweet." And I don't think I realized until I had this moment where I took a step back and I looked at it as if it was for the first time, and I said, "This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Women are being pushed around, abused, subjected to violence, and told that it's all for love." And men are watching these things that tell them this. It's normal. And parents, by allowing your children to watch porn, you are linking violence and love in their mind, and that link will stay forever. Eventually, they may learn that that's not true, but they will have to fight that every single day of their lives. So if you want your child to have a healthy view of love, don't let them watch porn. Talk to them from a very, very early age, because women and men are being hurt so badly from what seems to be relatively harmless is violent and destructive, and it's something that doesn't really ever go away. It's something that I have pretty severe PTSD from. And if someone yells too loudly, I flinch. If someone comes up behind me and just grabs my shoulder, I will flinch. I'm taken back to that moment every single day of my life, because that's what happens. When men watch porn and women are subjugated to violence, that's what happens, is we find ourselves in positions where someone can come up and jokingly scare us, and I have a panic attack. So please, talk to your kids.